When the line first disconnected, I called back. The caller even said, "So sorry, I have poor cell reception." And when I said, if you can do anything at all, just don't hang up. Put the phone in your pocket, put it down on the couch, do something, block the screen so it doesn't show, but just keep the line open. I want to hear what's going on, even if you can't talk. And the caller was very cooperative. And she did a great job. She answered every time I called back, and just, even if she couldn't talk, she answered the phone and just leave it. And so I could hear whatever was going on behind her. One of the biggest things I did was I had the caller take themselves and the other family member that was in the house to a separate area. And as soon as I was able to do that and figure out where they were able to relay that to me. I typed it in my call script, but I walked over to my dispatcher and said, "They're here now. This is where they are." And I messaged my units too. I sent them a message to their mobile computers and said, "I have them hiding. This is where they're hiding," so that they knew it too. Just that way they can see it right away, and it's like, okay, this is where we need to go to find them.
So I think that what Erin did on this call that really stood out, as opposed to any other call that she's taken, is she really took the initiative to get as much information as possible. There is a certain amount of information, types of questions that we ask for each type of call. However, Erin went above and beyond because she understood and anticipated that her units were going to want to know where exactly in the house that the mother and her child were, and understand the layout of the house. And that's not typically something that we expect on all calls, because it's not necessarily information that we need, but Erin understood that in this situation it was going to be very important, and the quicker that we had that information, the easier and more efficient it was going to be for our units to help them get out of the house and get them to safety as quick as possible. Also, Erin really utilized a lot of outside the box thinking. Like, I know there's a lot of information that goes around about if you can't speak freely on a 911, and Erin really understood that keeping that open line was really going to make the difference in knowing what kind of information we had and what exactly was going on in the house. And by her keeping that open line and trying to continue to establish contact, Erin got a lot of good information, not even necessarily from what was being said, but just from what she could hear going on in the background. And it helped me as the dispatcher give that information to units so that they were fully prepared for what they were coming into and how best to resolve this situation.
All the while I was on the phone telling the child, like, if you can hear me, I'm still here. You're going to be okay. People are coming. And stayed on the phone until I heard one of my deputies in the room with the child saying, "Hey, I'm deputy, and I'm here to help you. It's safe to come out now. You can come out." I felt so good. Like, when I heard the deputy come in and he introduced himself to that kiddo, and I was like, okay, you were here the whole time and you heard me the whole time, and there's somebody there with you, and things ended well. Everyone's fine and everyone's talking, and talking is so huge, and especially when someone's feeling the way the armed party was, like, getting them to communicate is so crucial to a positive outcome. If you ever can't speak freely and there's somebody there, if you just call and leave the line open, even if you can't give us your address, we can figure out where you're at. We have location services. All you have to do is just call 911, leave the line open, we'll figure out where you're at and send people to you, even if you can't talk. Or even text 911. We've got lots of options to get help to you right away.